Trainers, how's it going? Coaches, hey, going live. You're talking about our equipment list that we discussed and we kind of pulled on. And I want to kind of just show you the evolutionary process. And besides just making a list of things on paper, I want to show you. I actually want to dive in and show you exactly what we used, but where we started, and also where we are now. And this process is going to seem like a huge, overwhelming list, to be quite frank with you. But I'm going to go dive, honestly, piece of equipment by piece of equipment to make our virtual and even our on-demand and even our hybrid sessions work so well. So I'm going to be switching back from face camera back to other camera just to make sure you guys get a full picture. So definitely post questions about what's going on, any particular items and what they are. I'll voice them all out. Literally, it's going to be an in-depth detail. Just remember, where I started doing virtual training was right there. This is my MacBook Pro 15-inch, and I put it up onto a piece of equipment, and I shined it down, and there I was doing my training. Talking to the camera. I had an earbud in, just an Apple earbud. You know, I connected the Bluetooth in and turned my volume up on the camera, ran Zoom. The software I'm running right now, which we'll talk about in a little bit, is a little bit different. It feeds into Zoom. It allows you to put like cool little things up and, you know, the little icon there, you know, et cetera, et cetera. Long story short, this is how we started. So if you have this setup, a laptop, a desktop with a little camera on top, you're good to go. You're good to go. These computers, live streaming works. It works very well. I have 8 gigabytes of RAM. That is the bare minimum to not have your computer just basically overheat live streaming. 16 gigs of RAM would be ideal to not stress your system out, because you can hear the fan just kicking on and running after a good hour of live streaming. So just something kind of the longevity of your machine, of your computer, to keep into consideration. So again, live streaming kicks up a lot of kind of CPU and EPU. Long story short, it makes the revs of your engine rev higher. Like, you don't want to be driving your car with, at 6,000 RPM the entire time. So that's what live streaming does to a basic computer. So anyways, that's where I started. That's where you can start. But now we've, through a lot of research and a lot of time, and what I want to share with you guys now is to where we are now is a whole different ball game. And this is what it looks right here. Here's our setup now. And you can see the whole post right there. It's on a cart. You got some stuff on the bottom, stuff medium, and you have this big old TV screen. Let's dive into this piece. And we'll go with the most obvious, most essential pieces that you can see. A is a massive TV screen. Now this is a 70-inch TV screen. It's nothing special. It's actually the lowest quality 70-inch TV screen that we got. We got it from Costco. And this is a Sharp. We bought this several years ago. We actually just pulled it down from that spot right there. So we didn't spend any money. That was a heart rate monitoring TV, and we just pulled it down. And I bought this cart right here. This is a cart that holds a 70-inch TV screen. Got it on Amazon. Just think of large TV stands. And that's how it's mounted on right there. Boom. And we wanted a large TV screen because we wanted to be able to see our athletes from at least, right now I'm about 15 feet away, and still see those boxes on Zoom, and still be able to coach them without having to be up like, all right guys, you're crushing it. So we wanted to be back so we can still coach and do it. Now again, this is a cost, right? Without a question, it's a cost for the 70-inch TV. But honestly, Costco, you can get like a 65, 50, 60, 70 for a few $100. So just that's what I would do, and that's what we chose to do. Now so the TV screen is a big thing. Then the next biggest player is the camera. So what we have is we have a Sony Alpha 6100 right there, 6100. Boom. That is not the most budget camera that you can get. The 5100 is the most budget camera, but this has the opportunity to go in 4K if I want to future-proof it. And then this lens right here, this lens is a critical lens. I'll zoom in, it's upside down, but it's a 16 millimeter 1.4 aperture. What that means is 16 millimeter allows me to basically get fairly close to the camera and I'm in sight. So I'm only about 10 feet away from the camera. If you go 30 millimeter, you can stand way back here and it looks like you're really close. So just on how you want to do it. This aperture is super important. I know I'm going into detail here, but that 1.4 aperture allows you to bring in so much light into that lens that I don't have any external lights besides the overhead. So I don't have any of the lights because it brings in enough light to make that happen. So you're gonna spend more money on the lens or money on lights around. So just know that those are just an option that you can do. And then what's powering this system is I got a Mac Mini down there. And that Mac Mini is the cheapest Mac that you can get. Do you use a Mac? Do you need a Mac? No, we are Mac focused. All we do is Mac. So we just kept it super simple. And that Mac Mini powers this whole system. And this and it doesn't come with a screen. This TV screen is our TV screen, or is our computer screen. You can see it's all running there. Bought ourselves a nice little keyboard. It's all Bluetooth. And then let's talk about audio. Then we'll go into the details. Audio, we're running a Rode Go, and that just clips right to our shirt. It's charging right now, and it transmits right into that guy. We just zip tied it to the post, and we fed the cable right into the computer. But it's very important, this setup, this cable you need to have a 2-prong. See how there's 2 rings on that? That's good, that plugs in there, but you need to have a 3-ring going into the computer. And that's very important. See how it has a gray tip there? That's very important that you do that. If not, it will not work. And Rode sells those. There's more technical terms for that. Then I have my HDMI cable right here. This one goes to the TV. So whatever plays through here runs up to the back to the TV. And then the flux capacitor, guys, the big deal. The flux capacitor that makes this whole thing work to make that camera plug in is this guy right back there. Boom. Delgado Cam Link. This goes literally directly up into the tight shot here, into the camera. Plugs in on this side. Right there, it's a mini HDMI. And that guy is super important. This is what makes this guy into a webcam, and plugs right into it and goes all the way down into the cam link. And then this goes into a USB and then right into the USB port right back there. Cam link 4K by Elgato. It's a huge piece. That is what makes this sucker work. What keeps this camera running the entire time is a dummy battery system. So this is where the battery is. You have to buy this separate. This battery keeps it always plugged in right through here. And that's plugged into the surge protector there. Just keep everything going. So the 2 key wires that you need is this dummy battery for Sony. Always keeps it powered, super important. And then that cable there that goes to the cam link that goes inside to the computer. And here, now, I have this mobile setup. Oh, a clamp. Let's not forget about the clamp. This is just a nice clamp that got, again, Amazon. Goes right to the post. I'll even kind of show you what the brand is right there. And I have this little mic here. This is extra. You don't need it. This just plugs into your shirt, or just clips onto your shirt. There's a mic already on it, but we have that one extra just for the needs of the coach. So it's a nice little face wraps onto the cheek. So now this guy right here, this amazing setup All I have to do is unplug it from the wall there, and this can go anywhere in our facility. Camera, lens, computer, TV. It's ready to move wherever we want in our facility to make our virtual training as versatile as possible. And then the last piece is our software. This is called Ecamm Live. Ecamm Live. And this is for Mac only, but allows us to do a broadcast setup, put graphics up. We have all over here, we have all of our timers. We can throw our timers up there. We can throw our workouts of the day. It all displays on that screen. It feeds right through into Zoom, and we have a nice professional looking virtual broadcast. A lot of information, and I'm going to do my best to answer each and every question as it pertains to you. But that is the list of it all, and I gave you some real amazing, directly what it is from a certain manufacturers. So I hope that helps out a lot. I hope this provides you a lot of value, and to see it kind of in action. In fact, we have a coach over there, Mitch, who's actually making it happen. So let's go and actually kind of peek on Mitch, because we have 3 of these. We have 3 of these setups dialed in. So I'm going to kind of zoom in here a little bit and see if we can get Mitch dialed in. There he is. Boom. And he's got his earbuds in. He's not using, don't worry about it, Mitch. You just keep on rocking. He's dialed in. I'll get out of the shot so no one sees us. And then here's our Zoom going right here. And he's got all the tiles, so large and in charge. He can go much bigger on that screen. He's just in the warm-up right now, so no big deal. You can see that he has the workout displayed right there. He'll pull that forward after the warm-up is done. And he's mic'd up. You can't see it, but it's pinned to the front of his shirt. And it's a wireless lav. And there it is in action right there. And he's a good 15, 20 feet away. And he's still in full sight. And you can still see all the athletes. He'll go full screen when the workout's going. So there it is. Hope that, again, provides you just awesome value to see it actually in person, and how we've transitioned over the past 6 months from, again, a computer on a piece of equipment over there to what you see behind me there. A lot of research hours. But again, we're here to help promote and push your virtual content faster so you can learn from us and just start crushing it online, because it is the growing sector of the fitness business. All right, you guys, appreciate you. Take care, and we'll be in touch. Enjoy.